ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בדברו. Well, I have to go back to the Bible, as you know. There is a terrible episode related in the Bible. No sooner had our ancestors received the Ten Commandments from Moses, received them from God, and the people were there and heard everything about it. Immediately afterwards, they went and built a golden calf because Moses was taking too long in descending from Mount Sinai. How is that possible? Well, you can imagine very well. God told Moses, go down, take a look at what your people did. And Moses went down from Mount Sinai, and when he saw that, he took the 2 tablets of the law and smashed them into pieces against the rock. He was furious. And he was furious at his brother also. Why hadn't his brother done something? In any event, God said to Moses then, you know what? I'm going to change peoples. I am going to forget about the Hebrews. Let's destroy them. We'll pick another nation and we'll go ahead with them. So Moses said, how can you do this, God? You know, you took them out of Egypt. What the people are going to say? If you are going to destroy the Jewish people, erase my name from the book that you wrote. In other words, I don't want to appear anymore. This shows the loyalty of Moshe to his people. He took them out of Egypt. He identified with them. He fought against the Egyptian that was being very cruel against one of the slaves. He killed the Egyptian. He did everything for the Jewish people. He was so identified with them. It shows his loyalty to the Jewish people. And he said to God, erase me. Our rabbis say there is one reading of the Torah, if I'm not mistaken, it's Tetzaveh, where the name of Moses does not appear. Of course, in the Sefer Bereshit, in the first book, Genesis, the name of Moses doesn't appear. Moshe doesn't appear because he hadn't been born yet. But from the time that he is born, Moshe appears in every one of the chapters that we read in the synagogue on the Sabbath, except for one. Why? So our rabbis say, when a just man says something, God executes it, executes his will. He said, erase me, so he was erased from one of the chapters. But let me look at this episode from a different point of view. Maybe Moses was saying something altogether different. Moshe was saying the following. If the Jewish people, the Hebrews, danced around a golden calf, you know whose responsibility that is? That's mine. I'm their leader. I should have taught them differently. They should have known. How is it possible that they did that? It means that I failed. When he says, erase me from your book, what he's saying, I failed as a leader. I didn't teach them correctly. I didn't give them the right spirit. I didn't give it with sufficient intensity, with sufficient feeling that they were able to do such a thing. You know something? Maybe tangentially, Moses was saying, you know, God, you bear part of the responsibility too. You gave them a law. You did all sorts of miracles for them in Egypt, and look at what they're doing. Maybe you weren't effective enough. I don't know. Of course, this is pure supposition, but Moses must have felt something is wrong with my own leadership that happened. And I was thinking to myself, you know, you have many episodes in the Bible. You have a fellow by the name of Esau, his mother, Rebecca, realized that he is not the one to continue with the legacy of the father. She knew that it was, instead of him, it should be Jacob. Yaakov should be the one that should carry the banner of monotheism that the patriarchs were preaching. But just a moment. Maybe we should ask this Isaac, Yitzchak. Maybe you failed with Esau. Why is Esau like that? Maybe you as a father didn't do what you were supposed to do. You know, Jacob had 12 sons, 10 of them for sure, went and sold into slavery Joseph. Why did they do such a thing? It is a very tragic episode. I remember I had a brother who used to cry when, as a child, when he was told the story of the sale of Joseph as a slave to the Egyptians. Jacob in his deathbed greets each and every one of his sons, but he must have felt also, and maybe Joseph felt that too, the fact that Joseph was sold into slavery reveals a fault in the character of Jacob. Maybe Jacob didn't raise his children accordingly. Eventually, they all returned to the right path, and this is why we have the 12 tribes of Israel named after them. But maybe there was something lacking in Jacob as a father, as a leader of the family, that his sons went and did something. I mean that, many a time we have a child that is not going in the right path. He somehow does not follow what we think is the right path, as I say, the right road in life. Maybe just a moment we should reflect. Maybe we ourselves are a little bit at fault also. Maybe we didn't give them the right example. Maybe we didn't give them the right instruction. Maybe we didn't give them the right feeling of solidarity within the family, that he took a different path. So I think that this teaches us to be a little careful when we judge other people, because I think that we are partners with them. Our relationship with them maybe affects their behavior as well. So be very conscious of the fact, if you're a teacher, if you're a parent, you have tremendous responsibility, not only for yourself, but also for those whom you are teaching, those you brought into this world, because you are showing them the right path to follow in life.